ETFs are one of the simplest ways to invest, but not all of them are built the same. Some focus on growth, some focus on dividends, and some try to give you a little bit of both. In this video, I'm breaking down 5 popular ETFs, how much they've grown, what's inside each one, and their dividends. Before we get into it, if you're not subscribed already, make sure to hit that button. We break down finance and money every single day, and the goal is simple: to make money easy to understand. This is education, not financial advice. First up is VTI, the Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF. This fund owns over 4,000 companies, basically the whole entire stock market in one ETF. The dividend yield is 1.3%. So basically, if you invested $10,000, that's $130 a year. Over the last decade, VTI has grown about 11% annually. So that same $10,000 would be about $28,000 today. And like a lot of these funds, the biggest drivers are the tech funds: Nvidia, Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, and Meta. Next is SCHD, the Schwab Dividend ETF. This one focuses on companies that have strong dividend payout histories. The yield is much higher here. It's about 3.5%. So that $10,000 would bring in about $350 a year in dividends alone. And just because they have a higher dividend doesn't mean the stock isn't growing. Over the last decade, they'd averaged about 12% annually, turning $10,000 into $30,000. Its top holdings include AbbVie, Chevron, and Home Depot. These are all high dividend stocks that have a good payout history. Now let's look at SCHX. This is the Schwab Large Cap ETF, and this tracks the 750 largest U.S. companies. The dividend yield is about 1.4%. So if you invested $10K, that'd bring in about $140 a year. Just like the other ones, this one averaged around 11.5%. So that $10,000 would be about $29,000 today. Like most large cap funds, it's heavy in tech. Nvidia, Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, and Broadcom are all its top holdings. Then we've got SCHG, the Schwab Growth ETF. This whole entire fund is built purely for growth. The dividend yield is small, but that's because these companies are focused on growing more. Its yield is about 0.6% or $60 for a $10,000 investment. But the trade-off is the performance. Over the last decade, Schwab has averaged an annually 15% return, bringing that $10,000 all the way up to $40,000. Just like the rest of them, its top holdings are Nvidia, Apple, Amazon, and Broadcom. They have more of their money in these stocks than other ones, so it's less diversified. That's why the returns have been so high. And finally, SPY, the classic S&P 500 ETF. This was launched back in 1993, and it's still a favorite by many. The dividend yield is about 1.3% or $130 on a 10K investment. Over the last 10 years, SPY has averaged about a 10% annual return, meaning $10,000 would be around $31,000 today. The top holdings look very familiar: Nvidia, Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, and Broadcom. So now the big question: which one of these ETFs is best if you're just starting out? Here's exactly how I'd break it down. VTI is the simplest option. Owns the entire stock market with 4,000 companies. So if you want one ETF that balances growth and stability, VTI is hard to beat. SCHD is for people who want income now. With a higher dividend yield and steady growth, it's a favorite by many dividend investors who like seeing income coming in but still building wealth at the same time. SCHX is large cap focused, tracking the largest 750 companies inside the United States. It's very similar to the S&P 500 but with lower cost than SPY. SCHG is growth focused. It's in on big tech. But if you can handle the swings, it's had the biggest upside over the last decade. SPY is a classic. It's been around since the 90s, and it's a favorite by many ETF investors. At the end of the day, the right ETF just depends on your goals, whether you want dividends, growth, or just broad exposure to the market. My two favorite ETFs are VTI and SCHX. They've done very well over the last few years, and I'm not planning on getting rid of them anytime soon. For anybody out there watching this video debating on getting into ETFs, it's not about picking the perfect one. Just pick one. It doesn't matter. They all do very well over time. It's about staying consistent and letting it compound. So these are some of the 5 most popular ETFs and some of my favorites. If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing. We're making videos like this every single day with one goal in mind: to make money easy for everybody to understand.